first story, we're going to start with some news surrounding Curtis Jones, coming from Neil Jones. He has claimed that Liverpool have no intention of giving up on Curtis Jones anytime soon, despite rumours that he could be on loan or sold. They rejected an ambitious loan offer from Leeds last August and reported a £15 million bid from Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa were given a similarly, like, they were shut down as well, rejected a bid basically. But Jay, we don't have Matty on. Matty would be like, Curtis Jones is the best in the world. He's going to be the next Thiago or whatever. But I'm surprised that someone's actually made a bid of 15 million for Curtis Jones. I mean, we were never going to sell him, but clubs seem to be interested, even if Liverpool aren't willing to sell, aren't they?
Yeah, because there definitely is a player there. There's no doubt, and he's got ability, mate. And he's probably the closest thing to another creative midfielder we've got, other than Thiago. He's good on the ball, can see a little pass on that, but I do think a loan move would do him the world of good. I don't think he's ever going to be a nailed-on, week-on-week starter for Liverpool, and I think he needs that to get to the level that he's the potential to reach his potential, basically. So I wouldn't sell him, especially considering we haven't brought any midfielders in. But I think a loan move would do him the world of good, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Druitt's, the fan base is very 50-50 with Curtis Jones. I feel like people either love him or people are sort of like, just get rid of him. He's never going to reach his quality. I mean, he's still young. Jurgen Klopp does clearly trust him, but you can't help but feel a low move would benefit him. If he could join a team even like Leeds or, Gallagher, we saw Gallagher explode with Crystal Palace. If he went to Crystal Palace, it'd really help him start week in, week out, I feel. I mean, are you on the same boat as that?
Yeah, I definitely think if he wants to further his career, he needs to start game in, game out. But I'm also hesitant. Like, if we send him out on loan, we need to bring in a midfielder. I'm not comfortable with the likes of Keita, Henderson, and Thiago just on injury records. So Curtis Jones, he can do a job. He's a squad player. When you put him in, he almost reminds me of Takumi Minamino in the fact that you're not like, oh God, it's Minamino in the team. You're depending on the game, but Jones has shown he has quality and that he can do a job for the team. So that, and boyhood Liverpool fan, that always builds up for me that he's going to give so much more because he knows what it means. He knows as a supporter, a local lad, what it means to play for the club. So I think that just adds bonus points to his being a Liverpool player. But if we were to get him on loan, we definitely need someone coming in.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony, we definitely shouldn't sell him, right? I mean, it's a very premature move, and 15 million's a bit. I feel like a bit of an insulting offer from Steven Gerrard's side. I mean, he's still 21, 22. He's working under Jurgen Klopp. I mean, he would probably say himself that he's more of a 10, and we've had this discussion in our chat if Liverpool moves to a 4-2-3-1, then maybe he can shine a bit more there. But what are your thoughts on potentially loaning him or even selling him?
I think, like what Drew said, I wouldn't be completely against the loan, just so he can get some minutes. But the issue is our midfield just can't stay fit for a whole season, and the quality drop off is like just another level, man. I really don't want to see Chamberlain putting on another Liverpool shirt for next season. So Curtis Jones should be the next option whenever Henderson, Keita, or Thiago are injured. And I think he's proved it more than enough that he's good enough to start for us. Not necessarily 38 matches a season, but like Tottenham, I think, not last season, but the season before, he played a really good match at Anfield. Obviously, he stepped in against Man City at Anfield this season where we picked up a point, but he's never really going to reach his full potential if he's not starting regularly. But so that's why I think most of the fan base are conflicted. But I think maybe this is the season where he just steps up. I think that the fact we're not signing another midfielder says Klopp just trusts the midfield that he's got, and Jones is definitely good enough, and he's proved it many times that he can start for us.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, I want to ask you. This has been a bit of a discussion in the chat. You know, Gary said here, Elliot has the highest ceiling. A lot of who's better, Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott. I mean, Jay, in your opinion, who do you think? I know Harvey Elliott's younger. He's got a bit more flair. He did start off the season. It does seem like Jurgen Klopp rates him a bit more than Curtis Jones. But who do you think's gonna break out this season? You know, Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott?
Good question, to be honest, mate. I think last season they both started really well until they got their injuries. Elliott was arguably our best player until he got injured. I think Elliott slightly edges it on ability, just with his youth and how big an influence he was having on the side before he did pick up his knock. But in saying that, I thought Jones had a really good run of games before he picked up his knock as well. So they both got bags of potential. It's just managing the minutes for both of them. And whichever one gets the chance first, they're obviously going to have to grasp it because there is only one spot.
Yeah, I mean, Drew, we've obviously talked about potentially, you know, we've all agreed we shouldn't sell him. But what do you think is an offer that Liverpool couldn't turn down this summer? For instance, Aston Villa, we know they're splashing money around. If let's say Steven Gerrard come in with, it's never going to happen, but if you come in with, you know, 35, 40 million, would you sell him?
Yeah, that's actually, you must have been reading my mind. I was thinking 30, 35 million. That would be the number. And to be honest, I could see teams spending money on that. You're buying for potential, you know, you're taking a little risk. But I mean, we sold Dominic Solanke for 20 mil to Bournemouth. We should be getting at least upwards of 30, especially with the British tax for someone like Curtis Jones. So I think if you're getting towards that amount of money, then we could use the profit on that transfer and get into the market, and along with some other outgoings like Sadio Mane, we could make a dent and actually get someone into the midfield that could challenge for a starting position.
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, Ryan Brewster's another good example of that. I think he played like 2 games for us and ended up getting sold for 25 million, and now he's in the Championship. Actually, he's being arrested for assault on a fan, which is absolutely lovely. But Anthony, I feel like Drew knows absolutely nothing about that. But Anthony, we've talked a bit about going on loan. If Liverpool were to send him out on loan this summer, where do you think would be a good option for him to go?
Probably follow the same footpath as Conor Gallagher and just go to Crystal Palace. One of the sort of mid-table Premier League sides. I think he's better than the likes of. He's being promoted, Nottingham Forest. He's better than the relegation sort of fodder. I think he belongs a top sort of a place where he can actually show his attacking quality. I don't think defensively he's like the most great player in the world, but from an offensive point of view, he's definitely got his dribbling is on point, and we know he could take a long shot. Obviously, we saw it against Everton. He fancies one at least, but yeah, but maybe a mid-table Premier League side.
Yeah, 100%. I think Fulham would be a great, you know, with Fabio Carvalho leaving too. He could slot in behind Mitrovic, maybe, you know, contribute to them. We've got a good working relationship with Fulham. So you never know where he could go.